Hello and welcome to Tama Tea, the self-proclaimed leading virtual pet podcast. I'm Crystal, and this is our first episode, so let me go ahead and introduce myself with a little bit of depth. I'm from Colorado, and my first Tamagotchi was a Connection V2. I can't even remember the shell, and I just had such a great time with it. I really, really loved just being able to nurture something. I started collecting about a year ago now. And the first Tama that I got after I really started collecting was a purple Tamagotchi Peas, which I don't even have anymore. So I'm going to let my co-hosts introduce themselves, if you'll go ahead.
Okay, so my name is Lila, and I live in Georgia. Um, and my first Tamagotchi was actually also a Connection V2. I had no idea yours was as well, Crystal, so that's kind of cute. I started collecting, I was like 11, so if that even counts. I mean, like, I've had like two different periods. Like, I started when I was 11, and then I connected up to like the V5, and then there was like a big giant pause. Like, I didn't really collect as much in high school, and like after college I started collecting again, and I think my first like intro to that was also a Tamagotchi Peas. It was a green back in the day when they cost like $30 or something like that. So the good old days, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my first Tamagotchi. After we're getting back into collecting as an adult. But yeah, that's my introduction.
All right, and my name is Destiny. My first Tamagotchi, I think, was also a Connection V1. So we were all in like the Connection era. And then I started collecting about a little bit over 2 years ago. I started kind of wanting to get back into it. I think I got a Connection V4 and a V6, like a pair of both. And then after a while, I noticed that there was like some colored ones, and I picked up the 4U. And I really enjoyed that one. It's one of my favorite ones to this day. So it's pretty cool.
The 4U
Yes,
is also one of my favorites.
me too. I feel like it's very underrated, like in terms of color Tamagotchis. I feel like people are like, they don't mention the 4U as much, but I love it.
I like
do.
it
I love it.
especially because I think it's just targeted towards, an older audience a little bit more.
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, what are you guys running at the moment on that note?
So I am running the Plus Color as I'm trying to get Shima Shimachi. Actually, I'm on the second generation. I have Kikichi right now, and it's so hard for me to get like a little amount of miscares. I always think I got a little bit, and then I end up getting the most miscare character. But yeah, I have that. And then I have the Tuma Pet, which is the new fake that I'll be talking about later. And then I have the Tamagotchi Magical Meets. I have the Easter characters on there. And I just turned on for this podcast the Naiachi, since we will go over that in the Odd Pet Spotlight. And also the devil on my phone as well. So I got a whole bunch going on right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you have a lot going on.
That's
I
way
know.
Okay, Crystal, do you want me to go or do you want to go?
Go ahead.
You want me to go? Okay. I'm currently running an Umino for the Ocean Hatch. It's sleeping. I have my Daruma Chibi. I'm trying to get the secret character on that one. And then I have Umbreon on my Eevee. And I'm so happy. It took me for like 3
Oh
tries
my
to get that.
gosh.
I was like,
Umbreon, nice.
yeah. It was annoying. I was like, why isn't this working? I got Sylveon and Team Rocket the first 2 times, and I'm like, what am I doing? And then I also have a Tamasuku V1, and I totally suck at it, like totally. Like, I like to keep my sound off, and that doesn't work for this one because you need to hear when the new students come in. But anyways,
I'm running 2 Dreamcast VMUs with Chow Adventure 2 from the Sonic Adventure 2 game, and they are so freaking cute. I just love them so much. One's walking through like a little town, and the other one's on the beach with palm trees right now.
That sounds so cute.
The scenes are so cute. It goes to space. It can swim in the water. Like it's in a little haunted forest. I love all of them. They're really adorable. I also am running a Magical Meets. I have Mask G right now because I'm terrible at just general Tamagotchi care.
I feel it.
No, I feel that for sure.
So what tea are you guys drinking?
I'm drinking, it is a rooibos turmeric tea, with half and half. No sugar. I'm trying to cut out sugar and caffeine, so that's why I have an herbal tea. If anyone cares, probably not.
I have a buttermint Twinings tea. Nothing exciting.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I mean, I'd put a lot of sugar in it, unfortunately.
I mean, no, sugar is good. I like sugar. I'm trying to have less. But anyways.
I have a Thai iced tea, no sugar with a little bit of almond milk. It's my go-to this week.
And has anyone received any like really good Tama mail or are excited for some mail that's coming in?
I recently got the Tuma pet in the mail. I am expecting the Unjiyata pair, the Neko Unjiyata little kitty virtual pets. And also the Pokemon Race mini game for my Pokemon Mini, not really virtual pet related. Also a kitty pet, a kitty pet watch, like a dog pet. That's about it, I think.
I'm mostly excited about, and I was telling you guys about this already, the Digimon that I got. I'm very excited to like play with one for the first time. But now I have to go get another one because I got a battle one, you know?
Yeah, no, I know.
And then I'm really excited for that slime to come. I got another slime pedometer, and I'm very excited for that to arrive.
Yes, that is like my favorite pet because it's actually like a pet. And like I will totally like I think for the next odd pet spotlight we do, I'll do that one because like I don't like odd pets, but I love that pet so much.
We could definitely like run them together.
Yes, we totally should. I just got Narukach too, so like I need to run that too, but I don't mind running two pedometers. Like I love them. So but you guys have a lot of cool mail. I feel like I don't have a lot of mail. I have a Suku V2 coming. And I don't know. I have a lot of pre-orders right now. I feel like I have something else. I just can't think of what it is right now.
Same.
Oh, okay. I remember. I have the Otoism. You know I'm talking about
I can't even say it either.
I know, right? It's like the weirdest word in the whole world.
Yeah, but it's like the music feeder pet. You feed music and it changes dependent on the genre.
Yes, and I'm so excited because
okay.
yeah.
I really like it. It's got red pixels. It's very cute. And
yeah, I did have that one before. That one was really
well built. Cute. That's like one thing that I noticed. The build quality is really nice. It's got like an acrylic like kind of shell over the screen, so it's like nice and glossy.
Yeah, like it looks like a bubble kind of in the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, I'm really excited about that one. I can't believe I almost forgot that one. But
all right. Well, next we will get into the news. If you guys are ready to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, cool. So, just an overview of everything. We're going to be going over the Tuma Pet, which is the new fake Tamagotchi that was released on Amazon, as well as 1688, I believe. Also, the recent release of Eevee, and then the Easter Meets pre-orders and Rio Meets pre-order, as well as the Digimon coming up, and the Easter Nano that was leaked last night, I believe.
Ooh, yes.
So a lot of
good stuff. So
about the Tuma Pet, I don't personally have one yet, so I'm excited for you to tell me more.
Yeah, so the Tuma Pet, it's like really sort of a mix of all like the past fakes that were out. Like there was the hand warmer and the watch, which had the same programming, and they had like, it was pretty simple, and they had like multiple characters. Some of them were kind of like rip-offs, but they mostly like focused on changing their outfits, and they didn't evolve or anything.
That sounds
Yeah.
horrible. That sounds so bad.
But they did have some nice games, which the games from those are in this Tuma Pet. So that's one thing it has from that. And then there's the Q Pet color, which is like almost a straight rip of the Plus color, but it has like choosable Plus color characters, like Tamagotchi characters. And then it had like other like locations and farming ideas, and basically the locations and farming ideas are in the Tuma Pet. So it's like a nice mix of like all the fakes that were around, and I'm really enjoying it right now. And it evolves like 3 times as well, so it's pretty cool.
It's pretty small, right?
Yeah, it's really small. It's
Like,
super
it's
thin.
thin, and it's
Mhm.
rechargeable.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's so amazing.
Like,
Why can't Bandai do that?
I
Like,
don't.
like,
I
what are
have
you
no
doing?
idea.
Like, they made this like cheap ass pet that like, is so cheap. They can't, and Bandai can't make like with how much we pay for like the color models from Japan. Like, I feel like they could easily add that, you know?
Yeah, I feel like they could. And it's the batteries that take up all the space in the Bandai one, so that's why it's so much thinner too. It's a lot lighter. It's really nice. I like the feel of it.
Yeah, that sounds really nice. Like I was really skeptical about buying one because I'm so picky about like quality and like I don't like odd pets that much. I'm also like I sound like horrible right now, but I'm really really picky about color Tamagotchis. Like I recently like sold a bunch, like I sold my IDs, I sold my plus color, just like I don't know, I'm super picky. So like I saw the Tuma pet and I was like, I'm probably not going to buy that. But then I saw the yellow shell and Crystal gave us the link for the super buy and it was cheaper. And I was like, And then everyone's saying, I just like kind of panicked because I'm like, oh my God, if this is like the Gezi when like it's around for a long time, it seems like it's never going away and then suddenly it's gone. So it's like an investment maybe. And everyone, I've
Yeah.
seen multiple people on Instagram have been like, and you said so too, Destiny. You said it's like more similar to the Gezi and with the farming and like the more like I don't know, it seems more well-rounded as a
Mhm.
device or pet. So yeah, we'll see if I like it or not.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot to do. Obviously, it's still the it still feels a little cheap, especially with the sound. I do have it muted, but it's all its own animations. Like it's not ripping off the Tamagotchis completely. Has its
Yeah.
own locations and stuff that you can do. The farming, of course, sells me. So the only bad thing is you do choose the character in the beginning, but you do have it evolve anyway. I'm not sure if when you have a baby, if you choose the character or not, but we'll see about that if I
Oh
make it that
yeah.
far, which I'm sure I will.
Yeah,
And today, I believe I saw a death screen, so they do die.
Yeah, they do die. Yes.
yeah, because like I heard someone say that they don't die and then you pick your character and I don't like either of those things. So like it would be cool if like the second generation you don't pick your character.
That's what
Um
I'm hoping. Yeah.
Yeah, because like there's no surprise, it doesn't feel like an actual little like being, I guess, or like a little bug or something that evolves.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
what are your guys' thoughts on bootlegs in general? And I don't even know if I exactly want to call the Tuma Pet a bootleg because it doesn't have Thomas sprites like the Plus or the Q Pet.
Right.
I'm let me see if it does. It might have like a few backgrounds. I might be mistaken, but I'll take a look while we're talking about it. But I think as long as it's, different and it's not like exact, almost like the Cupet color that was almost an exact rip-off of the Plus color. As long as it feels like its own pet, I'm okay with it. And also it's fun to see like their own take, and also getting it straight from the manufacturer. Sometimes they make it a lot cheaper, so it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw on Instagram like the numbers, like for the points and whatever, it looks like the same type of font as like every Tamagotchi model ever. So I think they definitely ripped that. I mean, I don't have one, so I can't really say what they've ripped off. And like, I mean, I don't really mind rip off like not rip-offs, bootlegs, I guess, because like if they're cheap and available for people to buy, then they might get one, and if it's like a decent one, they might be like, oh, I really like virtual pets, and then they kind of like get into the whole community and find out that like we're all hiding, on the
I
internet.
like
And
that perspective. Yeah, I definitely
yeah,
think that it is a good, accessible gateway for people to get into the hobby. But there's also the like kind of inverse of that where they become super collectible like the Gazy. So what are your thoughts on that?
Just buy them up when you can. I mean, if you're interested a little bit, these ones tend to not really stay on the market. I mean, I know the Q-Pet color still is, you can get it pretty cheap, but
Just
a lot of them just disappear. So, if it's interesting, just pick
yeah,
it up. I'm looking at the animations, just wanted to add that it does like take the likeness a little bit, like with the faces on the like teacup ride, but it's not like directly ripped. Also, like there's the rice food that looks exactly like the Tamagotchi, but other than that, I mean, it's like its own pet, so I'll
yeah.
just add that on there.
I mean, I think the part of like the horrible cheap pets that bothers me, like those horrible ones that say Tamagotchi connection, they have 4 buttons, you know what I'm talking about. I hate those because people buy them and they're like, oh, this might be like what I remember, and they advertise them on Instagram as, oh, the Tamagotchi came back and it's been 20 years and blah blah blah, and it's like freaking horrible. And
Those ones are terrible.
yeah,
I
and
will
it's like,
say.
and people will buy them, and they're like, oh, I bought this, and it's like, and they probably think it's like horrible, and and that's not what actual virtual pets are like. So like I feel like bootlegs like the Tuma pet, it seems more legit.
hmm
So it doesn't, I
so
don't
as
think it's
long as the bootleg is doing a good job to attempt to be original and also not attempt to blatantly impersonate Tamagotchi or another brand for
Yeah.
that matter. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
The Tamagotchi connection on the top, it's just too much.
Oh, I know. And then like I can't believe the Q pet color didn't get like Bandai didn't hop on that. Like whereas with the Gezi they like shut that down for copyright infringement, but the Q pet is literally like the same shape, the same like back. I didn't own one, but like
I
the
mean, it's a complete ripoff on intellectual property because everything is the
yeah.
same.
Yeah, exactly. So like I don't know how they got away with it, and they're still being sold like on AliExpress and Wish and whatever. So
It,
like
it might just be a case of that there's so many factories manufacturing them that they just can't shut it down. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And I think maybe the Gezi they got shut down because like it was actually a good ripoff, like it was actually a good virtual pet and people really enjoyed it. So maybe they were like, this is too good to be like, to let this slide or something. I
I
don't know.
wonder if the anime like characters on the cover of it had any factor like to do with that, because it had like characters from all sorts of animes on like the box at the
Yeah, I
Yeah.
the
think that's
faceplate.
probably more of the issue. Yeah, they had face plates with Karopi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
That could have been it. I don't know. All right. Well, so how excited are we for the Easter Meets? That'll be out, I believe, March 9th. Did you guys pre-order it? What color did you guys get?
I did not pre-order.
Oh
Well,
no.
admittedly, I did not pre-order the regular meats, and I have a white meats, and I did not overpay for it.
Yeah.
That's good.
So my thoughts are like, I'm just going to be patient. I'll wait till it comes out and I'll get it, sometime after
Eventually.
then. Because I want to see the reaction of other people first before investing in it.
Right. I'm kind of the opposite, and like I've had things like the Sanrio mix. Like I was like, I can wait, I'll wait. And then I waited, and then it was so hard to get one. Like after the pre-orders were done, it was so hard to get one, and I was like, so now every time there's a pre-order, I'm like, oh my God, I need one. And so I just kind of
Yeah.
like jump on it. Also, the Easter meats, like I really like the faceplate. I like that there's a white shell. White shells are my favorite. And I love those little egg monsters. They are so cute. I can't wait to make the ugliest mix babies. Like that's like I love that. Like the anniversary mix is my favorite because you can mix with Oyajichi and Mask Chi, and you can make these ugly, weird, skinny-legged, freaky things.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that's so funny. So like I love that you could mix with these ugly little like pastel-y, egg things.
I also like white shells, so that is one thing I am excited for on this release. And admittedly, I will pre-order the Sanrio meats, even though I told you guys that I don't like the shell.
Oh my god.
I love Sanrio. I love the characters. I can't not pre-order that. So yeah.
No, I feel you because like I mean, you got to snatch that one up because you saw how difficult it is to get the mix. And this one has more characters and more concepts and meats. And like, I feel like the value of it is just going to hold forever, But also, I'm kind of bummed because like, I love holiday themed stuff. I love that they had the holiday anniversary gift mix. I know when that one came out, everyone was just like, oh my God, like, stabbing their eyes out because they're like, I cannot believe that they're making another mix. But I love that they added, I love that they added Santa Clauchi and, just like the Christmas gift thing. I love like like a Halloween or Christmas theme meats. I think that would be really cool. So it kind of bums me out that people didn't buy or pre-order the Easter meats as much because it's kind of like for Bandai, it's not sending them the right message of like, this is what people want. Like they want holiday themed stuff. But then again, like they cater to people in Japan. Who knows what people in Japan want? I have no idea.
Well, that's the thing. And I guess this kind of goes directly into this whole Easter Tokyo Disneyland, leak that we just got that like, I don't know what the fascination with like Easter.
I mean,
or in Japan,
or like bunnies and rabbits and chips, whatever. Like, I don't know that's definitely catering, I guess, to an Eastern audience. I'm so sorry about that. Catering to an Eastern audience, and it's just like something I don't understand because yes, I would love a Halloween meats. I would totally pre-order that, but like, what's Halloween in Japan?
That's why.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, that's why I had to pre-order the magical meats when I saw it because like I saw that magical land and I was like, oh my god, because that's like the closest thing to Halloween other than the devil.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I did pre-order the Easter meats as well because it's like my favorite Tamagotchi right now. Honestly, the meats. I haven't had too many issues with it. But it's just, I don't know what it is. I love playing it. And also that chick character with the bunny ears is just adorable, and I had to have it.
Oh yeah, she's so cute. I really like the meats too. I remember like when the mix came out, I was a little bit skeptical of it and a little bit disappointed because like I was expecting like the Bluetooth and the app features to come out because like we had one with NFC before, and so then going back to the infrared thing, it was kind of like a step backwards, and then it didn't really have downloadable content, but like I love the app so much. Like I think it's amazing. And
it did start pretty slow, but it's getting really good now, like with all the special characters that are for holidays and stuff. Yeah,
and the games, and just like the app itself is beautiful. I love the music. It's so cute and it gets stuck in my head all the time, but it reminds me of like old Tama Town because like that music would get stuck in my head too. But I don't know, I think they did like a really, really great job, and I haven't had any like bugs or anything with mine either. I hope I don't get any bugs on my meats.
I think there was a survey actually, and I think most people aren't actually getting any glitches. It's just that you see that the posts like of the glitches so often because when you do get a glitch, you post it. But I think overall it's not as common as you might think it is.
Yeah, that's kind of what I felt because like you see a lot of posts about it, but it's not like that much, and it's not like to a point where we're making a poll about it. It's a big issue with people in the community because everyone's having a problem. I feel like if it was a bigger problem, we would definitely know.
I also haven't had any issues with my meats, like for the record. So,
and what colors do we all have? Which versions and colors? Because I heard that. that they're different. Like maybe some of them glitch more or something like that.
Oh,
magical.
you have white magical? Lucky. I know, someone had theirs die. I don't remember who it was, the white magical. It like completely bricked. Or maybe it was a purple, actually. I don't remember. Yeah.
Eric had his brick.
Which color? The purple or the white?
I don't know which color, like I can't recall, but I know for a fact that he had one of his completely brick. And he experienced a lot of glitches just in general.
Ooh, that's so scary. Oh. It makes me not want to touch mine, but at the same time, like I love it. Like I'm not playing it right now, but I just kept like I didn't unlock any of the locations pretty much. I just kept going to the app to get the monkey guy. I just wanted him so bad. Yeah. And then I got him and then I kind of like stopped. But I'm going to like save him and make some ugly egg babies when I get my Easter meats.
Oh my god, like monkey egg.
Yeah. Yeah. Like an egg with those monkey eyebrows. Yeah. Those brows are like killer.
His face like stuck with every mix of him that I had. I think I mixed with him like 3 times, and I mixed with like different characters, try to get rid of his face and maybe keep like his other features, but the face just stayed, and it was like horrendous.
I love that. It's so funny. I like that you like don't know what you're gonna get, you know. But
yeah, but sometimes people get cursed with just awful genetics for generations that they can't seem to shake. So I kind of think it's funny. I don't know exactly how it works, how the genes work, but hopefully I don't get stuck with something awful forever.
Yeah.
So, when do you think we'll see the Sanrio meets up for pre-order? Like, will it be after the Easter comes out? I'm kind of thinking after the Easter comes out, maybe like a week or 2 after they're gonna hit us with the next pre-order.
I mean, yeah, I think so too. Like, it might be a little bit later, maybe just to space it out because, like, maybe, who knows? I mean, you know how Bandai is. They like to come out with as much money makers as they can get, but yeah.
Well, with how much information we've been able to see about it already, I would imagine they have to be like pretty far in production of this. So yeah, we'll probably be hearing about it soon, and then I don't know, a release in the summer maybe.
Yeah. I was kind of bummed that like it came out so quickly because then it's like no one's gonna pre-order or it leaked so quickly because it's like no one's gonna order the Easter, you know, because they're just gonna want to pre-order the Sanrio or wait for the Sanrio, which I totally understand. Yeah. I get it because it looks awesome and it's gonna be awesome and I'm so excited, but like I feel like the Easter meats needs love too, and I'm excited to get mine.
The more I look at it, the less I hate it.
Yeah, I was just about to say, actually, I hate the plaid on it, but I love Batmaru, and I love Karopi and Little Twin Stars in a roll, of course. I just love Batmaru that he's in this one, so I'm super excited.
I know, those grumpy eyes. I can't wait to make grumpy babies. and like little Tuxedo Sam with his little hat and his little cheeks. I just want to squeeze him. But I can't, like, I think I'm most excited about Tuxedo Sam joining and Karopi. Actually, no, I like all of them.
I was about to say, I'm very excited for Karopi.
Yeah.
So cute.
But Karopi eyes, like, mixed with some Tamas is going to look so disturbing.
Oh, my God. Ooh, yeah, it is.
Those big old googly eyes, kind of cross-eyed looking.
Oh, my God. And then also, Digimon. There's apparently Digimon up for pre-order at GameStop. And Destiny, you're a GameStop employee, so what do you know about it?
Yeah, so when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, what is this? And I immediately pre-ordered. But anyways, it says there's a release date for July 15th. Although for the Chibi, when those were up for pre-order, the dates did change. It did get pushed back. So who knows? Also, the street date, we don't always get toys on the street date, so it could be a little bit later that we actually get it in. But it is up for pre-order. It's an assorted like color pre-order, so you don't know which color that you're gonna get if you do put $5 down. But it's likely that they'll send a whole box of them if you do pre-order one, so you'll likely get to decide. They're probably actually gonna have it up for pre-order online as well. I don't know. I think for the Chibis it was assorted online, so you got a random color sent to you, so that wouldn't be as nice than to go in the store and pick. But yeah, we're looking at a Tama Palace blog right now. It says it'll be identical to the Japanese version that was released back in 2017. New features that you can raise more than one Digimon, and you can share your Digimon. Also, it'll be in brown, gray, blue, and yellow. So
Nice.
that is info for that one.
I wonder where they got this information from, though, because like we literally don't have official artwork, we don't have like anything, but then they're coming out with this saying that it's going to be identical to the Japanese version. So,
Well, there are the pictures from the toy fair, but that's about it. They didn't like release any information like what it actually plays like. So maybe they're just assuming because it's similar to the Japanese one. I'm not sure where they
I mean,
got the
like,
information.
yeah, I mean, like, I hope that that is true because, like, I definitely would love. I love the 20th anniversary Japanese one, so it would be awesome if that's what we got as well. I mean, like, even if we just got like a release of the V1, that would be cool. But being able to raise like all the different generations into one device is just like so awesome. So, yeah.
Well, I'm very excited just to be able to get, more Digimon for not an exorbitant amount of money.
I don't know why they named it as a Digivice because I thought we were getting a Digivice because it's called Digimon Digivice.
Right.
But no, it's just the Burke V1, so I guess it's just another name that they can call the original one a Digivice. But I was expecting like the pedometer one.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I love those so much. Like, I mean, hopefully, like, if this one does really well, they'll also release,
Mhm.
like, maybe something similar to the 15th anniversary one from Japan. I have that one, and it's just, like, it's so cool. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know if they would do that or not, but I think also technically, the VPET is considered a Digivice. Like before the actual like the ones from the anime came out, I think they did call them Digivices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super into Digimon, but I know that the pedometer one is called a Digivice, so I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but that's what I was expecting when I saw it.
Yeah. And then also I think one of the Digimon forums they posted a picture of that like when they found out that there was a when they found the SKU in GameStop, they showed a picture of that. They had no idea, so it's not their fault obviously, but I was kind of expecting it too because I saw a picture of that and I was like, "Oh my gosh,
Oh
yay."
yeah.
Yeah, cuz like I mean, I love that it's going to be a VPET. That's great, but like I have tons of VPETs, so like I love pedometers, so, you know.
And then there was the Easter Nano, if you guys want to go into that one. That one was leaked last night, or maybe it was announced leaked. I don't know. It was in some sort of magazine, it seems like. But US Shopping SOS Instagram posted it. They also have a website where you can pre-order it. It's 45 shipped, though I haven't bought from them, so I can't say I would recommend it since we don't know the website. But if you wanted to try it out,
I bought one from them.
yeah.
I felt better about it because they use PayPal.
Yeah,
And so it's
definitely.
like legit. Like if something happened, PayPal would back me up. And then I actually messaged them on Instagram before I bought it to like kind of ask a little bit, what's going on, blah blah. And I asked if they were gonna get the silicone cases as well. And they were really nice and they responded really quickly. And like they told me that the case was gonna be separate. It was gonna be like $26, which is way too
Oh,
much.
okay.
Not yeah.
But at
Yeah.
least they're offering it.
Yeah,
Um,
and they were really really sweet and they were like I was like I still need to think about it blah 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 but I'll let you know and they're like okay and then they were like once we get more pictures we'll send you some and I was like oh my god that's so nice thank you so but I went ahead and I found their website and I just ordered it through there after I made my decision and then I messaged them and they said they would still send me pictures so
and did you get the pastel one or the blue and white one?
um by Pastel I think
Pastel, the chick one.
yes, the chick one. Yeah,
Chick,
because the
nice.
Usutama is horrible and scary. Like seriously, like when it came out, what year was it that it came out? 2016 or
I
7?
think it was last year.
It was last year?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I
I
don't
think
remember. I have
yeah,
no idea. I don't remember. But like I just remember seeing it and I was like, that thing has like no face and freaky looking arms and legs and like I don't want it. But the chick looks really cute. So and I think it looks like in the picture, someone on I think Discord said they translated the image and it said that it has 5 games and I was like, okay, I can get behind that. And the chick is like a chick with bunny ears, which I think is super cute. And then it looks like you can get a little Donald Duck hat. That's what it looks like to me in
yeah.
the yeah, in the image. I'm just guessing, but like maybe it has other Disney character transformations, maybe. And then it looks like in the picture there's like a little animation with a Disney castle, which looks really cute. I really
Which
love
I
Disney.
love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
really happy that they're like leaning heavily into the Disney because I mean, what's even the point of having, a Disneyland exclusive without that? And
Yeah.
admittedly, Usatama is like a Tokyo Disneyland character, but yeah, very frightening in my opinion as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think the chick guy is called Usapio, like Usapio, I think is what he's called. So I guess he's gonna be like a new character too. I don't know what does Usa
Oh,
mean?
I just
Oh, I think Usa means rabbit or
yeah,
something.
because
And
Yeah,
Usagi.
yeah, and then Pio means maybe chick or chicken or something.
it does.
Yeah.
Usopion. If I just looked it up real quick, and it looks like he's actually, I don't
It,
know if it's the same, but he's in Yokai Watch, the game. I don't know. But he looks the same. He looks blue with the bunny ears. I could be totally wrong, but I'm gonna put Disney in there. Disney.
it says here that Tokyo Disney Sea's Easter theme this year is an entirely new concept. Usapio, the cute chicken rabbit mutation from the Line Messenger app, which I've heard of
Oh,
before.
okay.
They have like little, emojis and stuff like that. Um,
Mhm.
will make his first ever appearance alongside the Disney cast. Pio's design will look like he has just been born from an Easter egg.
That's so
Oh,
cute.
cute. Oh my gosh, I'm totally glad that I got one now because like I was kind of freaking out and I was like, "Oh my God, I got this thing. It was $45. What if I hate it?" Buyer's like anxiety, I guess. But now it sounds cuter and I'm excited about it.
Especially if it has 5 games, that's pretty good for a nano. And I mean it probably is 25 retail, but if you think about the shipping, like $10, 35, and then $10 for them to go and buy it, it's not too bad.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that resale price through them is not terrible, especially for something that's going to be so exclusive. This isn't like going to, a toy shop. They have to go to Disneyland to go get these.
I wonder how
Yeah.
much Japan Yuan will charge.
Oh
If they will.
God. I mean, I think I saw them have the Usatama before. I know they've had it afterwards.
Yeah.
But I think Eric told me that he pulled up his because I was like, how much did the Usatama cost in the Discord? And he pulled up his and it cost him like 70 some or $69 or something like that for the Usatama and the case. So I think like that's just how much they're going to be like at first and then like obviously it wasn't that popular, it kind of flopped and so now you can get them for like 20-30,
Mhm.
you know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's pretty comparable retail wise. We'll
Yeah.
see how popular they are.
Yeah.
Well, today's show's theme in general is just like, what is your Thomas style? How do you collect? How do you like to play? What's too many? Personally, I think out of the three of us, I have the smallest collection, and I collect to play. I do like to collect with packaging, and I try to get as best condition as possible. I'm not one of the collectors that needs everything new in box. I'm mostly in it for the deals. I like the hunt. Um, I display most of mine, and I store the packaging in a like temperature controlled and light controlled room. And I mean, yeah, they're toys. They're meant to be played, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, for sure.
I kind of hate to see huge collections that, you can tell are mostly untouched. I understand that everyone collects for different reasons, and I will always appreciate like anyone that's very passionate about collecting. But my personal philosophy is that if I'm not interested in playing it, I shouldn't be interested in keeping it.
No, same for sure. Like I definitely agree with that 100%. I don't like I'm not bashing people who just collect to collect because I think that is kind of like a different style on its own. Like,
Definitely.
it's totally like a different game completely. But like for me, I'm like this in all of my like aspects of stuff, I guess. Like if I don't use it, if it doesn't make me like, I don't think I'm gonna use it in the future,
Not to get
then
a Marie Kondo on you, but if it doesn't spark joy,
oh
you
no,
can
dude.
keep it.
Seriously, I watched Marie Kondo and I was like, I need to sell all of my
I
collection.
love
I
that
need to
show.
get Yeah. Like it made me like freak out, but then I was like, no, this is fun. This sparks joy for me. I'm good. I don't need to like, ruin my life and not have anything that makes me happy. But yeah, like I definitely agree with you. Like I like to have things with packaging. I like to have things in really good condition. But if I can find something for a good deal and it's something I really want, like I just recently got this Tamasuku V1. It's the shiny, pretty Uniqlo one with the blue buttons and the snowflakes.
Ooh, very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Thank you. I'm so happy about it. And it was
I
like,
love all the Uniqlo like limited editions. Honestly, they're all pretty cute. The chibis. There's that Famitama that's just so beautiful.
oh, I know. I wish someday maybe I'll find that one. But like this one was like $10 and it's not in the best condition, but I love the shell, so I'm like, you
And it's
know,
$10.
yeah. Um but um but I definitely like as far as like a number of how many I want to have like at a maximum, I feel like if I got to 100, I'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm freaking out." Like I'm at 71 right now and like it's kind of stayed at that point for a while now. Like I'll sell stuff and then I'll get more, but it doesn't really get past 70, 75.
That's
Storage.
interesting that you have like set kind of a limit for yourself.
Yeah, cause like I just feel not that I count them that often, but when I get like when I was taking collection pictures for our Instagram post, like I just having them all, it was like really cool having all of them out, but then it's just like, oh my God, do I have too many? Do I like this? Do I not? And then like once I go through and I think about each individual piece, I'm like, okay, I do really enjoy, these. And I think, someday I'll use them again. I think there are a couple things that I might not like my green peas. Like I love the peas, but I think like I kind of already had my moment with it and it's kind of past. Like I like the whole downloads thing, but I like easier downloads. Like I like the For You because I have NFC on my phone and I can just like, bump and get whatever I want. Whereas like with the IRDA phone, I have to plug the chip or the what's it called SD card into my computer and get the downloads and then scroll through this horrible Palm Trio and it's just too much for me. Like I just need something simpler. So I don't know if I'll ever use it again, honestly, but I am holding on to it because it's so sparkly and so pretty and I love green. But
What
I
about you,
definitely,
Destiny?
I definitely would recommend about your downloading. I used to have the Palm Trio, and that was kind of annoying, but I have the Fuzzy and Chic phone. It's just a Docomo, and you can actually download stuff like for Ps and IDL like from the website, and then you can just have it
oh,
in your downloads and then send it over. So it's a lot simpler in that
yeah, that sounds
that
like
way.
so much easier.
Yeah.
You can use it for the For You as well, and then I also have the Devil app on there, the For You app, and so
Oh,
it's like an all-in-one.
yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to spend the money on the phone. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
why I'm keeping it.
there's someone in the Tamagotchi Discord that's like on the hunt for cheap compatible phones, right? I feel
I
like
think so.
I feel like I keep seeing posts about it. I don't need one, so like I'm not really paying attention all that much. But
Yeah.
but
I saw
yeah,
someone. Yeah, I saw someone. I think they were buying phones and then selling them. I don't know what they
yeah.
were doing. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
like I'm under the impression that they're buying a bunch of different types of models and testing them to see if they're compatible.
Yeah.
oh, that would be great to like widen the range of which ones we could
Yeah,
try
for
Yeah.
out. Be
sure.
cool.
Because I was just lucky that I actually, incidentally, the girl that I bought my white meats from, I bought my phone from too. And she gave me a great deal on both things. So, like, I feel if you're not buying from someone who's already tested it out and can like tell you definitively, yeah, this works perfectly fine, then it's so hard to find a device that is compatible to, the older and the newer generation devices.
It's a gamble for sure. You'd have to.
Yeah.
But for me, for collecting, I usually like for Tamagotchi brand, I usually like to have like one of each. Like I'll have one of each connection. Sometimes if I especially like a shell, then I'll get two of the type, like two V4s or something. I have like one of each color. I don't really care about condition as long as it works. If it looks terrible, then I'm obviously not gonna. I might like fix it up a little, but I might be a little annoyed by the condition. But most of the time, I don't actually care about packaging at all. I'll usually like sell the packaging if someone wants the packaging. If they're missing it, I'll just sell it because I make no use of it really. But yeah,
I wish I could. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
That's
but
okay.
I wish I could do that. I wish I could like part with my packaging because I feel like it makes it easier to store them.
Yeah.
But like, and then you can make some extra money from selling them. But like, but I just can't bring myself to do it. It just kind of feels wrong. I don't know. No, but I wish I could because that just sounds like a good idea. But I just can't.
Yeah, I actually don't even have the packaging at my house because I don't have room for it. It's actually at my mom's house in boxes. So I'm like,
oh my God.
if I'll make, $50, I sold a Tamagotchi restaurant box. I'm like, I'm gonna do it,
Yeah,
So,
so how many do you have in your collection? Just asking.
I haven't actually counted. And when you mentioned the number, I'm like, I kind of want to try counting.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's the same as you, like it goes down and up because whenever I feel like something that I have that I feel like I'm not going to like play with, then I all of a sudden feel like it's taking up space and I need to sell it now. So that's how I am.
I'm the exact same way. It's ridiculous. Like I got rid of my slime pedometer after the slime hatch in the Discord because it was so cold that I wasn't playing with it. Like I can't walk outside. It's freezing in Colorado. So I got rid of it and then I was like, I kind of want it again. I'm missing it. And like, admittedly, I just didn't get very far with it the first time because it was so cold. I wasn't getting enough steps for it to like evolve and nothing was happening. So I got
like I've done the same thing. Like, and then like I had a Tamagotchi pair, sorry. And I had it and I was like, I don't want it. I got rid of it. And then recently I was like, I want it again. And then I got it. And then I was like, I see why I didn't want this to begin with. So I got rid of it. But then I did the same. Yeah. But I did the same thing with my Sukus. I had both. I had one of each. And then I was like, I don't want this. I'm going to get rid of it. But then now I just got another one. And I'm like, why did I ever get rid of this? This is really fun. So I feel like things come and go. You can always there's some things that like you shouldn't let go if you aren't sure. Like I was thinking about selling my Santa, but then I was like, I probably shouldn't because it would be so hard to get another one,
Yeah. When it reaches a certain price point, like my likelihood of getting rid of it, even if I don't play with it very much, is pretty low, I'll be honest.
Yeah. And it's funny because like I used to be like you Destiny, and I used to like want one of each one. I had one of each color one or two of each color one, and I had almost all of the vintages except like the Yasashi. I think I was only missing that one after I got my Arukoch, which I don't know if that counts or not as like the but then like I was just like I played my Tama-Ach and I was like, this thing is weird. The sound sensor doesn't always work. I can't do this. So I was like, I'm not gonna play this, so I might as well, and same with my color models. Like I really like the ID and I never played the plus color, admittedly. But I was just not using them and I was like, I should just let these go and get something else that I will play with and enjoy. That's kind of like my thing, I guess.
Yeah, I will say the one of each is mostly for the colors and for the connections. Those are the ones I really like the most. The vintages, like I don't have the Tama-Ach. I did sell the Santa. I don't have a Devil because I have the app. So there's like a few here and there that I don't have. But for the most part, I like to have one, like even for the nanos, like I have one nano teddy, just so I can kind of have like the nano programming, just like pick a favorite. But yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I've been getting more into odd pets recently and kind of like gauging what is it exactly that I even like about virtual pets, you know? So trying to figure out what about the programming, like why do I even keep certain models? And personally, I ran an angel and then I ran my Umino for the ocean hatch, like pretty much back to back. And I was like, I really like vintage programming. Like it's pretty simple, but just enough variety, just enough, challenge for me to, stay interested. And the theming of them's cute. I like the pixels.
Yes.
I do. They're really cute.
They're so cute. Like I don't know what it is that's so endearing. I think it's just like the simplicity of it, but like color models for me can be overwhelming. I really want to talk about this. I'll save it. I want to talk about this more in depth later. But yeah, I think vintages are like so charming and so just so cute, and they need you. They don't need to be they don't want to dress up. They just want to hang out, and survive.
Yeah.
And I love their compactness too. You can just like slip it in your pocket, like a mix you can't really put in your pocket without looking like a weirdo.
Yeah, they're not discreet at all, like at all.
How do you guys store your collection?
That's what I was just about to get to. Raw Tamazone, as many Tama collectors know him, he's a very popular Tama collector, asked us a bunch of amazing questions on Facebook. And the theme of this episode really stems out of his collection of how do you store your collection? Do you keep them in a dark space out of UV rays with silica packets? That's really, really hardcore. Or do you prefer to have them displayed out in the open? Like I said, I do have most of mine on display, but you've seen my shadow case. It only holds like 30 pets. And once I go over that amount, it's just going to be rotating in and out. I'm not going to display all of them because it's just too much. I only have my little game room to put stuff on display. And I collect video games as well. So I'm just limited for space.
Yeah. I saw your display, and it's like both of you both have such cute displays, and I'm so jealous. Like I just don't have the room right now. And also I have a toddler, so it's kind of like I can't put anything really low down, but I can't really like destroy my walls with shelving. So like right now I just have I have everything in my closet. And I have them in like different stuff. I have like do you guys know those like little makeup type boxes with like a little it's like a foldable lid, and then you turn a little thing at the front, and then you lift it up, and like the tray kind
like
of
a caboodle?
Yes, like that. But like I got this when I was like 10 years old. I think it's Little Mermaid themed.
So it's probably like almost a legit caboodle.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just like it's smaller. I actually want one of those. Like I
They
saw
sell
those
them at Target.
Yeah, I totally want the green one. But anyways, that was like my first when my collection was tiny, and like I was just collecting from when I was a kid. That was what I kept all of them in. So I don't know how I fit all of them in there, honestly. So I still have that, and that has a lot of connections, and I think one or two vintages, and then I have like a cloth bag with all my boxed stuff. Like that's so horrible, but and then I have this like plastic set of drawers that has a bunch of art supplies in it, and then the last drawer is reserved for my vintages. And I have what else do I keep them in? Oh, I actually have this Lisa Frank lunchbox that I keep a couple things in. I feel like that's actually really good for insulating them. Um, so I'm just very unconventional and all over the place. I would love to like if I ever move into a place with like a small walk-in closet, I would love to like display them in there so that way they're like safe. They're safe from my child, but also I can see them and look at them when I want to. But
all the Tama noises.
I know. Night school. They're cleaning up for the night and saying goodnight.
I know mine just went to sleep.
Yeah.
So I have like a little pink shelf that I have like my favorites in, like that I painted. Um, so that's like my little mini display, and then I have this other like cabinet with the glass front, and on the top is like all the bigger ones that don't fit into little drawers. So like I have the Pixel Chicks and stuff like that in there, and the restaurant, and then everything else is just in like those little plastic drawers. And it's funny, I do have silica packets.
Nice.
Well, I do
Um,
too because I used to keep all of my Tamas in shoe boxes before I got the display case that I have. So yeah, they were just in shoe boxes with a bunch of silica packets because shoes got hella silica packets in them, honestly.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now I just keep the packaging in the shoe boxes with the silica packets. For the record, I got my display case at Michael's. It is a shadow box for shot glasses.
Oh,
And
I
Ooh.
totally want one actually. I saw it and I'm like, oh, I love that.
I got it for like 40% off, so it was I don't know, it was pretty cheap. It was like $30 or something like that. Not at all expensive, and it's pretty nice. My only complaint is that the door closure is like not the best. I keep having to bend it back into shape so that it gets a nice closure on it. But other than that, it's pretty good. And I might just swap out the hardware on that to, keep it closed a different way.
I actually use a shadow box for my like enamel pins. I made a little display for it, and I could like the enclosure on that one is a little bit iffy too, so I could totally see that. But it's still really nice. They're nice things to keep stuff in on the wall.
For sure. To get a visualization of what we're talking about, we'll be posting pictures of our collections on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow us at TMGCT.
I'll be running the Twitter, and I think Crystal and Layla are kind of tag teaming the Insta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a
Nice.
result, kind of tag teaming the Facebook because it's mostly just forwards from the Instagram.
Yeah, seriously. I feel like we should come up with something to put on there. I don't know, but we'll
Well, we
figure it
can
out.
use that for like polls and stuff, which we will be
Yes.
asking you guys some questions at the end of this episode. Please do follow us on Facebook so that you can answer these polls. We need your input. It's very
Yes.
important.
It's very
For sure.
important.
And if you wanted to email us anonymously, you could email us at tmgct@gmail.
A lot about the TMGCT. I think Lila needs to
Yeah.
And that's TTAE,
Yes.
not T.
Yeah.
TMGCTEA at
Yes.
gmail.com. But speaking of tea, I do believe that it's tea time, and we have some piping hot fresh tea to serve. It's not as hot as it was when it happened, but but it's still, just really crazy. So I'm sure a lot of people in the community obviously follow Yahoo Japan auctions for buying and bidding on Tamagotchis from Japan. And recently it was really odd that 4 English Oceans popped up on the multiple proxy services that we all use. So the listings themselves, it was just a simple listing, one picture of the oceans per listing, and they didn't have packaging. The description was very nondescript, and it translated from Yahoo Japan as, "It was decorated as a collection. After purchase, the battery was removed and stored. Operation check has not been done because it is unused. No claim, no return. There's no battery attached," which to me sounds really sketchy and horrible. So I would never personally bid on something, especially at the prices that these ones reached. So the first one, um, let's start the lowest and go up, I guess. So the lowest the lowest the lowest price was $191.93, and that was the minty shell with the pink characters. The next least expensive was it went for $271.50, and that was the blue with bubbles. And those prices, the 191 is a bit I think that's the most reasonable one out of all these. And then 271 is just out of the water. And then the next one was $281.80, and that was the pink with purple patches shell. And the the winner of the most ridiculously priced Tamagotchi I've seen in a long time was the white with seashells shell, and it went for a whopping $664.72.
That is just insane.
I know. Like, I mean, I understand that these are harder to find in Japan because they're hard to find in the US. So the fact that they even showed up was interesting. But there was no pictures. The descriptions were horrible. They haven't been tested. There's no packaging. And then to like the icing on the cake, which is just, you know, out of this world, each of the screens looked like reddish. They had like a reddish tint to them, which just means that this, like when you power the unit on, it's gonna have faded pixels. So yeah, I am appalled. I cannot believe it.
I hope that, it was Japanese collectors that did buy these.
Right.
Because I don't know why else you would pay that much. I know in Japan, like, it's considered kind of rude to return a product that you bought online. That's not something they really do. So that explains the no claim, no return, from what I understand. But the rest of it, I mean, it was like the reddish screen. Like, I would understand if it went for like 100, 200, like not 200, but like 150. But 200 is a little bit high, I would say.
And the fact that it says in the listing that they haven't been tested in years. Like, since it said, basically, I think what it was saying is that they bought them, they used them as like a decoration, like a decorative piece as a collection or whatever, and then they took the battery out and they just kept it in storage, and they haven't tested the actual thing ever, is what and that's just, I wouldn't, I can't, I would not bet on that. I would never, ever. And then they just went for like almost $700. Like, that is just insane. And then it's like, the whole thing with the magical witch recently that we saw on Japanese Mercari, and then who, our best friends at Japan You Want, marked it up at a ridiculous price. So I wonder if I don't think that they bought, obviously they didn't buy the $700 one. There's no way. My guess is if we do see one of these oceans pop up on their website, it'll be the minty with pink characters shell that went for $191. That's my guess.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think they would overspend for it. So we'll see about that. But yeah, Eric Fields in the collectors group did do the comparison of the Mercari witch and the Japan You Want witch, and the price jump on their site was just ridiculous for that one. I don't remember in particular what it was, if you guys remember.
I know that the number 250% was thrown around, and
Wow.
so that was the increase there in price. And I think the original went for, like, I want to say 190 or something like that. I don't know. So then we can say that maybe, and I'm not a mathematician, I'm gonna guess that the witch went for like 450 on their website. Is that right? I don't know.
It was about a like $300 markup. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. And like, I understand, like, they need to make money. I'm not trying to bash them or anything like that, but like, it just kind of sucks for collectors who are bidding on items on Yahoo Japan, and we don't have those funds. We don't have a business to back our hobby, and so then it just makes the whole market out of whack. And I honestly think that the prices in general for certain items have gone way up since Japan You Want kind of got into the game. And I can't back that up at all. But like,
it does feel like it's harder to find. Like, I used to see witches, on Yahoo auctions. It could be because more people know about Yahoo auctions, but I used to see them, maybe like 150, 200, which is what it went for on Mercari, but that was a buy it now. And Yahoo auctions, it's like the bids it would go up to. 150, 200 for a working one. And just recently, a one with missing pixels went for like 250 or something crazy like that. So it's definitely
Yes.
going up in price.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
And just to add insult to injury, magical witches not very great on their own. You have to have ideally all of them.
Yeah.
I know.
But at least two.
Like Bantai, like why would you make something like I don't really know the details of the release, but it sounds like it was just a very limited release. But why would you do that? Make something that is dependent on, other systems or units to work if you're going to make such a small batch of them. Like, doesn't make any sense to me, but
Yeah. And having like, faded screens going back to the oceans, this is a very, very, common problem with just old electronics in general, but, especially with our vintage Tamas. And I don't know if the, people buying this are aware of, that it might show up faded. And if that's the case, that they can be fixed. I don't know. It's just.
yeah, I mean, like if I'm spending that much money on something, I want it to work 100%, be like pretty much flawless. I don't want to have to put in more work after I just spent like, that much money on something. I just don't.
I mean, personally, I think we all agree they were
Yeah.
crazy. We would never buy it.
Yeah.
I just, at some rate, I hope it's collectors that got them, but then I feel bad because they all appear to be like damaged polarizers and they're going to have faded screens.
Yeah. Speaking of
Hopefully
that,
they know how to fix it though. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the case. So
Well, I hope that's the case and that they are aware that, the Japanese ones are so cheap they can just take a screen from that, have the same icons and everything.
yeah. And speaking of the reddish tint thing, I actually recently was able to replace the polarizing film on a angel that I got in a lot from Zen Market. I wanted to like make a bunch of custom, so I got a cheap lot. All of them had faded pixels, and I was like, "Oh, this sucks." But then I actually I know Crystal, you helped me a little bit on the Discord, and a couple other people had some input about the polarizing film, and I don't want to really go into it now, but like sometime maybe I'll tell you guys how I, was able to fix it and whatnot.
Maybe for an upcoming craft corner.
Yes, absolutely. And
which speaking of,
yes, speaking of craft corner, I think we need to move on. Welcome to Craft Corner, where it is very zen and we like to paint.
I'm imagining that you have you like prayer hands up right now,
Yeah, yes. I'm sitting cross what's that? I don't know. I'm not gonna make
crisscross applesauce.
crisscross applesauce pose. And
holding your tea.
yes, holding my tea, incense is burning. Let me give you that mental image. But seriously, I love crafting, and I love that within the community there are so many amazing crafters, and it's so inspiring, and it's just so cool that like, we all have this hobby and then it kind of leads into other hobbies. Like recently, I've been getting into polymer clay, and I've always kind of wanted to do it, but like I've seen so many artists from being in the Tamagotchi community, people like all like the kawaii stuff on Instagram. So I've been, I've been exposed to artists who make such cool, amazing things. And speaking of, I wanted to give a shout out slash featured craft. Someone called Potato on Discord made this beautiful Sylveon Chibitama. Like I assume they used some kind of clay, maybe it was polymer clay, and they made like these cute little ears. And I think maybe like the roundness of the face was maybe clay as well. I don't have the visual up right now, but it's just so beautiful and amazing. And I spoke with her, and her Instagram is at Orandachi, and her Twitter is Blep Potato. That is capital BLEP, capital POTATO. And I think she said she was going to post an image of her custom Chibitama, so we can all look at it and just appreciate it because it's so beautiful. I think she did a really amazing job.
I saw it in the Discord. I also thought it was just wonderful. Such great craftsmanship, and it makes me so jealous because I feel like I'm just a dunce when it comes to clay. I can't make anything look smooth.
Oh, I know. It seriously looks like it came out of like a factory. It's so like, and
It was so nice and glossy.
it's so glossy, and then the pastel colors and the cute little face. Just I love the style of it. I love everything about it. Also, Sylveon's my favorite, so maybe I'm a bit biased, but
I actually haven't seen it yet, so I'm pulling up her page now. Is it on Instagram?
I think she said she might post it on her Twitter. She said she hasn't been on her Instagram in a while, but if you're on the Discord, you can go to the Tama Crafters channel and like search her name, which I think is just
Potato.
Oh, yeah.
Just
And you can find
potato.
it there. Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. And there was also Nicole Hawley's antenna toppers.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
yes. I die
So
every time.
cute.
Admittedly, everything Nicole makes is great. I'm trying to pull up her Etsy right now, and my computer doesn't want to cooperate. But she posted some amazing antenna toppers in the collectors group, and I immediately just died because she made a little Stitches from Animal Crossing.
And I love
Oh.
Stitches. He is so cute.
Such a great character, and also just like such great craftsmanship. It looked amazing. You can imagine it. Antenna toppers, they're so small, so she had to put an incredible amount of detail into something so tiny. I was really blown away.
Yeah, and like I when I saw her post that, I was like, that is like genius. How come no one's ever done this before? Like I can't believe no one else had thought of it. I was like, this is such a good idea because like I mean, I guess you have to put in a little bit, like you have to be able to open your Tamagotchi and be comfortable with that, but like that's not like that bad, I guess. Oh, I don't mind doing it. I know some people are weird about that, but I thought it was just such a good idea and so like very creative.
And I don't know if we said it, but her Etsy name is Tiella Nicole, Tiella Nicole. So that's where she has all her cute stuff. She has like easy face plates, antenna toppers that she recently did, charms, all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah, she has a
definitely
lot
check
of
that
good
out.
stuff. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she
everything I've got
posted-
from her is great.
Yeah, I bet. She posted just the other day. I don't know if it's still active, but she is having a sale currently. So
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
if that's still going on when this episode goes up, you guys need to hop on over to Etsy and pick up some of her stuff. It really is amazing. Well, Destiny, I feel like you have a little bit to tell us. You started running something specifically for the show, so.
That's true. Yes, I did turn on something specifically for the show. It is the Nyanshi. I have the instructions here. Let's see. It's the Visco Nyanshi made in '97. It's a vintage virtual pet. I will say as a disclaimer, it is kind of hard to find. You will have to search and search for it. So I thought I would tell you guys about it since it is harder to find. But if you're going to be searching for it after this episode, just be aware. So it's super cute. It's basically a little lucky cat. It stands. Its buttons are on his two feet paws and also on his collar. It's like it's super tiny and like fat and cute. So the screen is his face, and the face changes every day. It starts off as like a little baby face, and then it gets more mature as it gets older. I haven't actually reached it until the end, but I've gotten like 4 different faces, and it's changed every day. But it has, let's see, through the menu here, there's 6 options. The first option is to feed it. And the last option is the games, and the games are like really super cute. It's like a cat and mouse game where he paws at the mouse, and then the other one is like guessing which cup the ball is in. And then the other options actually only work when it needs it. So sometimes he'll get fleas, sometimes he needs his nails cut, sometimes he needs the poop cleaned. So you pick those options when it needs it. But there is stats, and let's see. It's hunger, and then the two different games, there's like stats for them. So it's really simple, but it's also really cute. It's really different than like a Tamagotchi, how it looks and everything. So it's super cute.
I think the shell is really, really adorable. And I actually watched a little bit of your video on it
Oh
because
yeah.
there's no information out there on it. So it was really great to be able to see it, kind of in real time. But yeah, the screen is its little face, and gosh, I hope one
And the
day
little
one.
chubby paws and the little toe beans or the buttons. You know what I'm talking about? That's so
Yeah.
cute.
So cute. I do have a video of it on my YouTube, which is Desplays, DESSPLAYS, and it's the orange kitty. I don't have very many videos, so you'll see it.
It's so cute. I love the idea of it having like facial expressions too. I think that's so adorable. And like it's just so chubby looking. I probably will never ever find one. I don't even know how you found one, Destiny.
It was actually in the traders group, so it was pretty lucky. But someone, I guess,
Yeah.
needed the money and bought it up. But yeah, right now, like he's lifting his eyebrows at me and doing a little kitty smile. Super cute.
Aww.
Yeah. Just checking up on my chows right now. They're doing okay, doing their little walks, and they haven't called for me in a while. So hopefully, or actually, I don't know, not hopefully, I don't need them to call for me right now.
No, I think Crystal, you should definitely do like a spotlight for them because like I had no idea that was even a thing.
I
And
definitely
like
will once I get Sonic Adventure, the first one, because I want to do a comparison against the two different versions of the Chow adventure game.
Yeah,
yeah.
I definitely want to hear that. Like that sounds super cute. Really
But
interesting.
they're really adorable. If any of you guys have a Dreamcast out there, highly recommend it. It's just such. It's, I don't know. It's not a traditional V pet, like they don't die or anything, but you can feed them and pet them and care for them, and they have a lot to say to you.
I love the way that the device looks. What's that called again? I
The
totally
VMU,
Yes.
it's
So
a
cute.
it's actually a memory card with a screen. Like I think it's a very interesting
Yeah, weird design. Like
device that wasn't really, I don't know. There is a pocket station for the PlayStation, which is like a kind of similar thing, but really past that generation, things like this were not popular anymore. And admittedly, memory cards were getting smaller, and memory was getting built into consoles. So it's just a artifact of yesteryear.
yeah,
Right.
I love that. I love that though. I think that's so like not historic is the wrong word, but kind of in a way. Like
Well, it's
very
just interesting to
nostalgic.
see how technology changes over time,
Exactly, yeah, and how quickly, like, I mean, what was it, 20 years ago? That's what, it was external memory, and now it's all internal, and like just the different things that come as a result of that one little, thing. That's so cool.
Well, I think it's time for us to move on to some, I don't even want to say listener submissions because no one's listening to us just yet. But,
Yes, they are. They will be.
Community submissions. We asked in Tamagotchi Collectors and on our other social medias for some questions, topics, and just general discussions for you guys to ask us. And we got a lot of responses, way more than I could have ever anticipated. And really just very thought-provoking questions. Also, I think things that we all relate on, like, I hate to say it, but every once in a while, everybody gets a bad piece of mail that's been just thrown to the freaking ground, or they find something incredibly strange. So, Airman, the Tamagotchi collectors group, asked us, what are the challenges of returning to this hobby after a long hiatus? And I kind of recently took a long hiatus when I went back to Alabama for the holidays to visit my family because I wasn't going to take a bunch of e-pets with me. I really wanted to, spend time with them. I knew I was just going to be way too busy to be running anything. And when I came back, the biggest problem that I found, at least as far as the community goes. It's not even really a challenge about like getting back into the V-Pets or the swing of things. It was just that I was like out of the loop as far as news, you know, all of the new stuff that had happened over the break and stuff, like especially with the meets. I was completely just, it was going over my head. People were doing all sorts of things in the app. People were talking about all sorts of crap, and I just had no idea what was going on. So my personal challenge is like, I like to stay informed on things. And when you leave for a while and then come back, it's just like going to school. You have to learn everything that happened while you were gone.
Yeah, it's like catching up, like makeup work. It's like, oh God, what did I miss? I haven't been to school in 3 weeks. I've had pneumonia. That was me. That was me in freshman year of high school. I missed so much school. It was horrible. But anyways, no, I totally feel that. Like I remember I've only really had like I guess two collecting waves, and that was like when I first started when I was like 11 until I was like 17, I want to 16 or 17. And then I took a big break, and then when I came back, I think the most recent thing was the For You, maybe For You Plus. Um, and it was like right before the mix came out. And so like I had a lot of catching up to do. I think I did. I think I got a piece at that point. I don't really remember, but and then I think the thing that helped me the most to catch up was like YouTube videos. Like I just any YouTube video I could find about like recent like Tamagotchi releases or anything like that, that was such a cool resource for me to be like, okay, this is so cool. And then I got into like the Facebook groups. I had no idea like there was Facebook groups. Like I literally just like searched Tamagotchi into the Facebook search bar, and I was like, oh my God, there's like groups of like thousands of people, you know. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And it was just like a whole new world for me. I think one thing I don't like about or when I've taken small breaks, I like to take breaks from social media in general, and so it is hard to keep up with the news when I take breaks from social media. And then when I come back from a break, I feel like I get too into it. So like my Tamagotchi hobby kind of really affects how much I use social media, and I don't really like that. I try and stay off my phone. So I think like taking a little break, and then so much I miss so much, and I get back into it, and like I'm on my phone all the time. Like I don't really like that vibe very much, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But um I think that's probably the hardest part for taking a break, I guess, for me.
Yeah, like definitely just having to catch up. Like I remember right when I like started, getting back into the hobby, just like you, Lila, um, basically from when I was a kid I had them, and then all of a sudden I was back into it. That's like the only break I've had. So I just, watched a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of collection videos, and that's I think how I found the collectors group. Probably from one of Raw's videos, like talking about the collectors. I was like, wait, what do you say? Go search it up and found it and joined. But since then, I mean, it's been going pretty well with all the news and getting all the new Tamagotchi is super exciting. So
Yeah, for sure. I think it's funny that we're talking about YouTube videos, because that's kind of how like that discussion of you when you posted Destiny on collectors about YouTube videos, and you wish people would make a podcast style video, and then like
That is
Crystal
why
hops
we're
on,
here.
like seriously is why we're here, and like that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't like brought it up. So it's
yeah, totally.
exciting.
I
Yeah,
just
so
love watching super long like collection videos. I don't know what it is, but it's nice.
yeah, it's like soothing, because it's like you can kind of tune out a little bit and then like tune back in, and it's still talking about something that you like, you know?
hmm
And so like hopefully like our podcast will be kind of like that for, other collectors, like, something just they can like listen to and chill out and have enjoy it with us kind of.
On to our next. Well, it's not even really a question. Well, I guess it is a question. What is your least favorite Tama to get? This comes from Joe Kenyon in the Tamagotchi Collectors group. And like least favorite character to get.
Yeah.
Right. I hate to say it, but like recently I got Gozaruchi, the Ninja Tamagotchi, like 3 times in a row, and I was like, no, because that's also the
Yeah.
bad character as well, and you're like, I failed.
I
Um,
know.
I
I
ran
mean,
my B5 and
he's
got a
pretty cute.
family of them.
Oh my gosh, you did.
Oh, but they're cute though. I think the family on the ninja family is really cute on the
It's super
family.
cute, but I feel terrible, Like I'm just like I did not succeed. This was a failure.
Oh,
You're
dude,
cute.
I know. Like
You're
it's
cute and
like
you failed.
yeah, and it like sucks because like I feel like Gazaruchi would be cuter if he was like a medium character and you got him and you're like, "Oh, cool, I got a ninja." But instead it's like, "Oh god, I got a ninja." Like what did I do wrong? What did I do to you? You know?
Where did this go wrong?
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Yeah. But speaking of bad characters, like my least favorite, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with me, but I have met people who like this one, Tarakachi. Don't like it. The
Jesus.
p- the
Oh,
potato with
potato.
lips and legs. And like
Oh
just
my
like the awkward like his or her whatever animation is just very awkward. It's just like hips moving back and forth. And it's not like cute lips like Kuchipachi. It's like these giant honkers, and it's just like I don't know. Also, that fun like this is really funny to me. That was the first character I ever got on a Tamagotchi was that character on my V2. And I was just like, oh God, because I was like, oh, it's been cute so far. I hope I get a good character because all my friends were getting good ones, and then I got that one, and I was just like, oh no, you know?
I remember I got a Tarakachi Angel on my Angel,
Oh
and
yeah.
and I was just like, this thing's so ugly.
I like that one because it has the cute little wings and it looks so chunky and like it has this weird little body. I think that one's really cute, but just like regular Tarakachi, I'm like,
I don't know. It's the lips, not loving it, the proportions of everything. But
yeah,
then I was excited because I was like, oh, I can get the smiling angel. Like I like secret characters, so
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. I don't have any characters that like I hate to get, even if they're bad care, good care, or anything. My problem is like if I'm running something and I keep getting the same characters over and over again, even though I feel like I'm doing things differently.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like
Because
I
I'll be
get
like, oh, I'm going to do this many miscares. And yeah, I had the same problem where it's like, oh, I think that's just, a tiny little bit of miscares. But no, now I get the bad character because I
I
did too
know
much.
it's hard to balance that. Like I've on my Katai and my Akai, I think that's how you say that. I don't know, but on both of those, I always get Memechi, always Memechi. And I'm just like, I like you, but I don't like you this much, you know. So
Gotta aim for like no miscares, then you'll get like 3 miscares.
yeah,
That's the
seriously.
truth, honestly.
Oh my
Our
gosh.
next little questions. I don't even know. I don't have any weird Tama finds. Rachel Godfrey and Tamagotchi collectors asked us, "What's our weirdest Tamagotchi finds?" And I don't feel like I've had anything super weird happen or find anything super weird. I don't know.
You know,
Yeah.
I was trying to think about that for a while. I do have one that I can sort of talk about, but I mean, it's not weird, as in like I didn't expect it, but it's the V-Boy like virtual boyfriend. It's like explicit. It's like rated M for mature, like on the
Really?
package and everything. Yeah, like they
Oh
say
my
some
God.
they
I
say
had no
some
idea.
funny stuff in that one. I
Wait,
would say
like
that's like the
what?
weirdest. Just like um I don't know, like about
Hey, baby, wanna bang?
going
That
on,
kind of thing.
yeah, basically like going on dates and then like what are we gonna do after, or like something like that. Like
Oh
I
my
haven't read it.
God.
I
That is
haven't read it in a
so
while, but like,
funny.
oh
Just
my God, stuff like that. But
That's
that's probably the
hilarious.
weirdest one. Yeah.
Um, weird. I mean, like finding them in a weird place, like like a weird pet. I don't know. I haven't really had like I feel boring saying that, but I haven't really found anything like weird that I can think of.
The only like weird, I don't even know, I wouldn't quantify this as a weird Tama find, but like, every once in a while I'll get a used Tamagotchi and I'll just resume it to see where people are at.
Yes, I love
Oh, I
doing
love that. I love doing that. It's the
I love
best.
it too, but I've gotten some Tamagotchis where like either like they have every item, they have everything, and I'm just like, what the heck? How did
Yeah.
I play this for so long to get so much? Or they have like nothing, it's just empty. They have like one character, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is so sad. They abandoned this. So my weirdest
Yeah.
Tamagotchi are like, yeah, when I resume someone else's Tamagotchi and I see that they've like gotten every single item and souvenir, and they have like all their gotchi points maxed out on connections and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love seeing that. I like to go through the friends list too. I don't remember if I downloaded the content and either a friend's name was butt or poop, but like or if it was the actual Tamagotchi's name, but it was so funny. So I guess that's kind of a weird Tamagotchi find.
butter poop.
But
It was either
no,
it was butt or poop.
yeah.
Oh. Butter. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, but I don't
The
remember. But it
weirdest thing
was
I ever found was butter poop.
so
That's just the weirdest image.
oh God.
It's kind of horrible. I don't know. I can't.
It could be like really bad or like okay, like a sculpture, like a butter sculpture made of,
Oh, yeah.
or like something horrible that I don't want to talk about.
It looks like a poop emoji and it's just made out of butter. There are such
Yeah.
as butter sculptures.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a movie about butter sculptures and it's really funny. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm sure if you Google butter sculpture movie, it will come up and it's like just
I'll,
a,
I'll look it up
just to totally get off topic here, but
after the show's over. I'm gonna go watch it. Okay.
yeah, okay. We can do a group watch it together.
And then Meg and Liz, also in the Tamagotchi Collectors group, wanted us to discuss some Tama mail horror stories. Thankfully, none of mine have been too bad. Most of the horror stories are me trying to track down something that was delivered to the wrong place.
Ooh, I don't like that. That's scary. I've
Well,
had stuff like where USPS is horrible and it's like your item has been delivered and it's like no, it has not. It is not in my mailbox and then I'm like, "Oh my God, where is it?" And then it comes the next day. But like that's not a horror story. That's just, life. But yeah, thankfully I've never had anything like horrible happen. I think the most disappointing Tamagotchi mail I got actually was recently that lot I got of vintages to make into customs and then all the screens were faded. But I actually a good thing came of that because I learned how to fix the polarization on the screen. So
yeah.
I'm not too horrified by that.
Yeah, you live and you learn, but that does suck. It's just like awful to be excited to receive something and you get it. You're like, this is not what I expected.
Yeah, I know. But I think one time I saw someone post on Instagram a package, and I think they were in Canada. I've heard Canada Post is horrible. No offense, Canada. I've heard Canadians say that it's horrible. Um, and like they had a picture of the package, and there was like a tire mark over the
Oh my
package.
God.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh my God, I would like cry if it was something expensive. I would just be like totally devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Destiny? Any male horror stories, or does everything arrive to you in pristine condition?
Nothing really like, horror, but more, kind of what you guys are saying, like order a lot on Yahoo auctions and not everything is like working right. So you kind of have to mess with it. But again, that's how I learned how to fix something. So, I mean, that's not too bad. One thing that probably happened is I didn't get my Tamagizi in the mail and AliExpress just like lost it somewhere, but they did give me a refund and I got another one. But they did lose my Geezy, and I'm salty about that forever to AliExpress.
I'd be salty too, especially after they like went up like 1,000%.
I know.
No.
1000% increase.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But so I think that's all we have for male horror stories, I guess. So our last little segment here, before we wrap it up, is going to be graveyard, a little mini graveyard, a moment of silence for our sweet departed friends.
I need to give a eulogy.
Yeah.
For all of my little jelly babies that I lost this week. I tried so hard during this ocean hatch to get just one of them to adulthood.
Oh, I
And
know.
I didn't even get teenagers.
Dude, you gotta pause. You gotta pause. Mine's on pause right now.
Everyone's telling me about this pause strat, right? Everyone's telling me about this, that they're pausing to the ends of the earth. I did not pause very much, if at all. And that was probably my undoing. But rest in pepperonis, my little jelly babies. I miss you guys.
Aww.
Yeah, it's probably best to just take your time with it, pause it when you're not going to be around.
I want to say R.I.P. R.I.P. to my first couple of EVs because they weren't what I wanted. They weren't what I wanted, and so I let them die. And
they don't actually die, do they? I think you have to reset
No, they
them.
run away. So
Oh,
I'm sorry. Wherever you are in digital world, I'm sorry that I made you run away, and your little sad faces were so sad.
But she's not coming back for you.
Like my mom didn't love me for who I was.
Literally. You are not who I wanted you to be. I so knew.
I had envisioned a perfect child.
Yeah.
That child.
But yeah, so R.I.P.
And rest in peace to my Tamagotchi mix that I thought was a dyed meat, or my meats I thought was a dyed mix, so I reset it when actually that one wasn't dead, and I was thinking of the wrong one.
Oh,
I had like 5 generations on my meats, and I had to start over.
Oh no.
I know. I was so upset.
Oh,
Well, yeah. And I thought that my meats had died. Like I told you guys that I stopped running it. I'm running it right now, but I'd stopped. It didn't die when I resumed. I had an adult, so I don't know what's up. But everything's good. Everything's cool in the neighborhood. So we're gonna keep running that until something pisses me off, and then I turn it off again.
I know, right?
We'll be doing a graveyard on each of our episodes. If you would like us to shout out your dearly departed pet, please make a submission to us at any of our social medias or to our email, tmgctea@gmail.com. The same could be said of all of our social medias, tmgctea.
Yes. And we also actually have a Discord. I don't know if we mentioned that. We have all of the social media. So it's Tama Tea Podcast. We have that linked, I think, on our Twitter. We have it linked to one of our posts on Facebook. So yeah.
It's linked on our Instagram as well. Okay. So you will be able to find it no matter where you go. Just as a disclaimer, and we should have done this at the beginning, the opinions stated in this show are exactly that, opinions. We are not experts by any means. We are just hobbyists that are very passionate about virtual pets, and I hope that nothing is misconstrued from what we've said.
Yeah, and don't go crying to your mama because Tamagotchi is your favorite character, and I said I don't like her. Okay, it's not worth it.
And that's the tea.
If you like the potatoes, like that's
Yeah, if you like weird lip-like growths on your potatoes and strange thin legs, I'm sorry, but I do not. And that's my opinion. And that's what we like to talk about. We like to talk about opinions, our opinions. We want to hear your opinions. Please submit on any of our social media platforms. Also, what are all the platforms that we are going to be posting this podcast on, just for future reference?
I am in the works of getting it up on Spotify. In the very least, we will have it on SoundCloud and on YouTube.
Yes.
But hopefully all three, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. And all of those channels will be the same, TMGCT or Tama Tea. They'll be linked. So no worries there.
So thank you for coming to our tea party.
We had a
Yes.
delicious time. My tea has
Yes.
been gone for probably 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, mine's long gone. But
Yep.
Check us out on any social medias. We'll be doing some polls about different aspects of Tama collecting. What are your favorites? What are your opinions? And we will be discussing the results on our next show. So be on the
I'm
lookout for
so
that.
excited for future episodes.
I know, I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Thank you so much for listening to our first episode. We really, really enjoyed making it for you guys. And yeah, make sure you like all of our social media posts so we can become more popular, or we will come to your house and we will steal. We know what you like.
Layla,
you like
don't
Tamagotchi.
edit this out. This has been Tama Tea. This has been Tama Tea. I'm Crystal. You can find me on any social media platform at Crystal is Lupe. That is CrystalIslupe. I'm on everything. Come check me out. You guys could just plug yourself.
I'm Des Ocean, DESSOCEAN. And I believe on Instagram it's actually 3 S's, so it's a little bit different.
I think the only social media I really have is Instagram. It's at Kawaii Gotchi, KAWAII yeah, check me out.
We'll be plugging.
Or don't. It's up to you.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and will join us on the next episode of Tama Tea. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are. Bye.
Bye.